Hey, you. That's right. Say it with me now. Another day, another time. We on the grind. Welcome back, Thoughts. Today we're gonna be talking about this Chris Rock special or whatever. Right? I watched it yesterday. Um, I'm only gonna really talk about the Will Smith part, just because I feel like that is where he was speaking the most. Like, I think facts. You know what I'm saying? I think he was speaking the most facts. He was talking about a few other things. We're not gonna get into the other things he was talking about because a few of the things I feel like he just didn't need to like comment on. Either no, I get it. Yeah, I mean the relevant topics like in today's world or whatever, but there's a few things he probably just shouldn't have touched on. But hey, that's my personal opinion. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about the Will Smith stuff, and yeah, that's it. Let's get into it.
I got all the keys. Hey, hey.
All right. So if you haven't seen the special, I would go watch it on Netflix. It's about an hour long. It's not that long. But pretty much the whole special was based around the whole Will Smith thing. You know, if you live under a rock, Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. It was like the Grammys or the Oscars, like about a year ago. And pretty much he hasn't really done any like stand up since then. He was saving pretty much like waiting to get the most money for his, like pain and suffering type of thing. And Netflix coughed it up and then he did a show and now he finally is on Netflix. So essentially he goes into this like arc in his life by explaining it like how people nowadays are having selective outrage, right? And I agree with that. Like I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think people are definitely like picking and choosing who to take their anger out on, right? Like they're not going after the most like relevant person in the problem. They're just kind of like seeing anybody relatively close to them or around them that's like I guess they in their head think supports the problem and they go after that person. And that's what it's like. It was kind of like Chris Rock felt like he really didn't deserve that. Because again, everybody was talking shit about this. Like, how are you going to get mad at Chris Rock for making a joke when you agreed to go on a show that your wife was hosting, talking about how you got cheated on? Like, bro, you can't be mad at the world for this. You did this to yourself, Will Smith. I don't know how you thought this was going to be okay. Like, once again, exactly how he said it in the show. Y'all both are two very talented individuals. How did you guys like not think this was gonna go bad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys have done enough media, done enough videos, done enough things in the world, I would think, to know that anything along that matter is just not gonna look good for your reputation, both of you guys. So I don't know how that got through. I don't know who PR team let that happen. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that Will Smith chose to hit Chris Rock over his joke is selective outrage. And I agree with that. You know, I think if you're watching this video, you should try your best to not practice selective outrage. Don't be mad at somebody just because you feel like they're a part of some problem that they aren't even really contributing to. Because again, in reality, we're all humans. We all contribute to problems around the world, regardless. If you have an iPhone, you're contributing to a problem. If you're driving a gas car, you're contributing to a problem. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things that we do that we just walk past, right? But as soon as someone else like gets put on blast for something they're doing that's gross, we want to quickly point the finger and throw rocks and make them feel bad and all this other stuff. When it's like again, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a human, you have to practice love. You have to bring people up. You know what I mean? You broadcast and share your experiences of pain so other people can learn from those mistakes. Some things aren't needed to be broadcast, you know what I'm saying? Especially to the internet. But 100% though, you have to learn how to not be outraged at one individual, be outraged at the problem. And then if you really are outraged about the problem, try and fix that problem. Don't just say how it sucks and then like don't do anything about it. Because then again, you're also adding to the problem. You're just spreading light, giving that problem more like power, right? More attention, right? But not doing anything about it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I full-heartedly agreed with that message. I felt like a lot of people nowadays are definitely practicing selective outrage, and I feel like Chris Rock he was on point with some of the things, man. Some of the things he was speaking about on how today's day and age of how people are acting about certain things and how we are reacting to certain things and how we are literally becoming like the problem, but like pointing the finger at whoever we see fit to be like the face of that problem. You know what I mean? And so yeah, like I just wanted to spread that message, if anything. And also I wanted to talk about he brought up this thing about basically like being a what's the word? like being a victim, but like it's like you're taking it too far essentially, right? And so he basically used his situation to explain how he wasn't really like he was playing victim because he was a victim, but he wasn't. He could have took it and blew it way more out of proportion if he wanted to, right? And so he feels like some of the people on the internet, you know what I'm saying, definitely blow things out of proportion, and some people like to practice, you know, that I can't think of the word right now, but basically where they, you know, something happens to them that's tiny, and then they want to stay in this feeling of them feeling like a victim, right? And again, I'm not gonna argue with anybody and say how they should feel, but I think the important message that he did say in it was basically saying that if you you have to the message that was important is that you have to understand how empathy works, right? If we're all victims, there's not going to be a person for everyone to come for everyone. You see what I'm saying? So it's like if a person is really a victim, human nature is going to like want to be nice to that person, want to take care of that person, want to, you know, help build them back up type thing. But the thing is, if everyone's practicing being a victim, right, if the people that really are victims aren't going to get the help they need. And I feel like that's the problem we're having nowadays. Like he said, the perfect example was, hey, there's a lot of motherfuckers in the emergency room with paper cuts. You know what I mean? And that's facts, bro. Like, that's facts, man. There was a lot of people out here like getting butthurt, you know, doing things that are completely unwarranted for the things that have happened to them, but they want to be at the top of the list. They want reparations. You know what I mean? For certain things. Like we literally have, again, like it's kind of crazy. We literally have like white people kind of being like they're the victim of like racism right now. Like that is hilarious to me. Like, again, I think everyone can be a victim of racism, but I think it's funny that white people of all people would be like, yeah, we're the ones that are being, you know, most racially profiled right now in America. You know, it's hard to be a white man. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, bro. Are we serious right now? I'm like, I guess if they want to die on that hill, they can, but I'm not. But yeah, pretty much the only two things I wanted to talk about today. It's an amazing Monday. I want everyone to basically do something to help themselves grow today. If you're watching this video, you know what I'm saying? If you're not, then hey, keep doing your thing. You'll come around eventually. But yeah, I'm out. I'm about to have a great Monday. Gonna relax, work out some more, get ready for the week at hand, and just take it easy, man. I am tired. I'm exhausted, man. A lot going on, but hey, we still moving. We still pushing. We still grinding. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't, at BigManActions. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're gonna be making content daily. We're gonna be making more channels. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff here, and you don't want to miss it. You want to be one of those first people that says, hey, I was watching this guy when he only had a couple of viewers. You know what I mean? Because, again, hey, we're going to pick up viewers fast. You know what I'm saying? I know the formula. You know what I mean? I got all the keys. It says so in the intro. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm out. You guys have a good one, and I will see you guys in the next video.
My name always start with a Z. Never gonna be like me. I see the enemy, they try to get to me. Stupid like Mr. Clean, I live to infinity. My life is a mystery, they be hiding our history. So much pain, so much misery, and it feels like I'll never be free. Hey, you finna just set us free. Hey, I got all the keys. Hey, that's what he said to me. Anything coming my path, they gon' get done real fast. No, I ain't taking it back. No, you ain't getting the pass. Yeah. Damn, I just let it be black. This a component, just rap. Rich in the birds and the facts. Some of me right get slapped. I finna be
I wanna win, but this shit got no pride. Say you $1 million before you touch the sky. News say killing niggas better stay inside. Million ways to die, only few to fly. None of my niggas tell no lie. None of these bitches be my wife. For that talk, you gon' slide. I mean the bag, real time. Pick it up, flu and kick, shaking up. Yo, main chick, hit me up. Call game, tell we splitting up. Crush dreams, low esteem. Told her that money and everything. You base your life on the phone screen. You chasing diamonds and codeine. They do the drugs, escape from it all. Die from the buzz, die from withdrawal. Die from the high, die as you fall. This shit a joke, it ain't funny at all. Don't believe